Good morning, everybody. Let's start with our toe lifts. So any Apple Watch users, I would say either functional training or high intensity interval training. All right, heels up, right and left. So today we've got 4 circuits, 2 are cardio, 2 are strength. We're gonna do 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, and we're gonna do 2 rounds, and there's 3 exercises in each. So let's take our right leg. We're gonna swing it front to back. So our cardio is gonna be a little bit more lower body based, and our strength training is gonna be more upper body. Switching legs, swing it front to back. And if anybody did the Saturday workout with me, I know a couple of people did, my upper body is still a little stiff. 4, 3, good. Switching legs, switching sides. We're just gonna add in a side lift, and then we're gonna swing it. And you can just take it out and tap it into the front if you need to. Switching over to the other leg, out and in. This is a good one to hold on if you're feeling a little unsteady today. Good. 4, 3, 2, feet hip width apart, slow deadlift, hinge it forwards, stand up tall. Now we're gonna sit, so we're gonna squat it down, and then we're gonna come up standing. So hinge it forwards, stand up tall, sit, and stand. Couple more, nice and slow. This is one of our exercises today for strength, but we're gonna grab some weights. Good. Hinge, lift, sit to stand. Now we're gonna go a little bit faster. So down, up, sit, and stand. Hinge, and have a seat. Good. 2 more. Last one. Let's step and reach forward, reach and pull. Nice, good squeeze. Drive the elbows back. There's 4, 3, 2, hold it in the center. We're gonna take the arms up. Nice, good march, little rotation. If you don't wanna rotate, just hold it in the center. Nice, good wide march. 4, 3, hamstring curls right here. Press it back. Let's start to work our legs out a little bit wider. Here's 4, 3, 2, go into your side lunge right here, side lunge, side to side. So chest is nice and tall. Think about pushing your hips back towards your heels. It's 4, 3, hold it in the center, cat-cow, inhale, exhale. Good. In and out. Couple more. Last one. Let's bring it all the way back up, side step. So just a nice good step touch. There's 4, 3, 2. We're gonna tap it out to the side, reach it up and overhead. There's 4, 3, 2, bring it in the center, little bunny hops, bunny hop, bunny hop. If you want to, you're just gonna do a heel lift and lower, a little bit of a stomp, but if you can, bunny hop, soft knees. 4, 3, bring it in the center, jog or power march, whatever feels better for you. So if you just wanna get those thighs up high, really pump those arms, or add a little bit more impact. 4, 3, jumping jacks out and in. Tap it or jump it. Arms out to the side. 8, 7, 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink of water. All right, circuit number 1, we're gonna go right ahead into our cardio. We're gonna do a lunge with a front kick on the right, lunge with a front kick on the left, and then we're gonna do squat with rotation. So yes, it's strength, but it's also getting some good cardio in their big muscles. 45 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. So we're just gonna take it back. Lunge, front kick, lunge, front kick. It's all on the same side. This is one that's gonna challenge your balance a little bit. So I just want you to think, if you need to, hold on to something. Have your hand on a chair, have your hand against the wall, and I don't expect you to kick yourself in the forehead. Just a little push. Nice good swing, bend and straighten that knee. So instead of just taking it back and doing like a straight leg kick, lift, thigh, and then show me the bottom of your foot. Good, 10 seconds, we're gonna switch sides. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Same thing on the other side. So we're just gonna take that foot up, nice and tall. And you might not think, I don't need a lot of recovery now. You'll probably need it later. Good, 3, 2, 1. Good, down and kick. And it's okay if you're just doing a little lunge and a heel tap forwards. So if you're really struggling today, just get some movement in. Something's better than nothing. Always, always. Go at your own speed. So it can be here. It can be a little quicker, as long as we're not pushing that front knee forwards. Drop it back, push through to stand tall. 15 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, squat with rotations. I'm gonna squat, rotate right, rotate left. Squat, right, left. You can do the knee lift. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So squat, lift, lift. Down and up, rotate, rotate. So we are getting strength here, but I can already tell my heart rate's getting elevated. Mine says it's 136. We'll see. Sometimes I'm not sure how much I trust the heart rate monitors, especially since my heart rate monitor is a little loose, but it gives you a guideline. It's one of the reasons I kind of like them. It's a guideline. Good, 10 seconds. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna do that all over again. We're just gonna go right back into it, lunge with a front kick, going back to the original leg, round number 2, and then we'll switch to some strength. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So lunge, front kick, lunge, front kick. And hopefully you feel a little bit looser now. So hopefully you're like, okay, I'm doing my front kick, my legs feel a little bit looser, I'm a little more warmed up. If you want to add in a little bit more arms. And again, remember, it can be right here. It does not have to be super, super deep. But if you want to get a little more strength in there, try to go a little deeper. So remember, for our strength, we only have one lower body exercise in our strength segment. Here's 2 and 1. Everything else is upper body. So this is kind of what we're getting for our lower body workout today. Switching over to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So lunge and kick. And remember, little lunge, little kicks. As long as you're kind of getting this leg to do a lot of the work, down and up. So we're pushing through the entire foot, hinging back, pushing through your heels and your glutes, lifting them up. So this shouldn't feel like your knees are doing all of the work. Your knees are bending, but your whole leg, all these muscles are trying to work together. 15 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. Squats with rotations. And then we're gonna move on to actual strength building. So a little heavier weights if you can today. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Squat, lift, rotate, rotate. Or squat, stand, and march. So if you're not rotating, I get it. If you're not rotating, you're here. Taking the arms up overhead, it's going to challenge your balance a little bit more and challenge your core because your center of gravity just changed. Down, lift, turn, and turn. And remember, here is just as good. 12 seconds. So bigger movements, higher heart rate. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Walk around, grab a quick drink. We're gonna move on to strength. So this is where we grab our dumbbells. We're gonna do 1 deadlift, 1 squat. This is our only lower body strengthening exercise today with weights. Second exercise is rows. Third exercise is a curl to press or curl side raise. Either one is fine. But go ahead and grab those weights. So 1 deadlift, 1 curl, 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So we're nice and tall, shoulders down, tuck the ribs. Hinge it forwards, stand tall, sit down, and stand up. So really think bellies in, ribs tucked. And when we get to a point in our hinge, if you get to here and you're like, my hips don't go anywhere, and you start to lower, you can see this is my upper body that's doing the lowering. So it's okay if your hinge only gets to about your knees. So hinge, lift, sit, and stand. So a lot of this is technique. 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna go for rows, basic row, nothing fancy. So shoulders down and back. We're gonna go into that hinge position. So shoulders down, ribs are pulled in, hinge it forwards. We're gonna row, release, row, release. If you're going heavy today, you can alternate arms. But if you're going lighter, but you still wanna get a really good workout in, try to do both arms at the same time. If you didn't come on Saturday on YouTube, I was kind of mean, and I was a little stiff yesterday. So each circuit was like a muscle group. So the first circuit was kind of our back. So definitely got a good workout in there. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. Bicep curl to overhead press, or bicep curl up, down, and side raise, okay? Or you can do one round, this round curls, and the next set side raises. That's okay too. 2, and 1. So curl, press, and bring it down. So I know sometimes you can go heavier with your curls than you can with your side raises. So if you really want to make sure you're getting, a good workout in today, weight-wise, if you're trying to go heavier, this round just do all curls because you can go heavier, and then next round you can do all side raises because that tends to be a lighter weight. Like I can do presses with 15s, but side raises, I'm still at 8s, which is plenty heavy, believe me. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. We're gonna go right back for those deadlifts. Right back for those deadlifts. And then we're gonna go for round number 2, circuit number 2 for cardio. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So shoulders down, ribs pulled in, hinge, lift. Now we sit down towards a low chair and stand. So you can see hips go back, knees soften, not a lot of knee bend. Hips go back, now we bend the knees a lot more. The biggest difference between a deadlift and a squat is the amount of knees and amount of forward folding. But my chest still stays nice and tall. And even on those squats, my chest is lifted. It doesn't have to stay perfectly straight up and down, but we want to try to keep the chest up. So if you're squatting and you're here, it's a little too much. Good, bring it in, rest. Gonna go for rows, round number 2. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders down, pull the ribs in, hinge, row, and release. Drive the elbows back, run your hands up your pant leg. So try to keep them close. Sometimes we go out and we pull and our hands go way out in front of our feet. I absolutely feel that in my low back, and I feel like I'm getting pulled over. So just a nice good drive, squeeze the shoulders, then the elbows and the hands follow. Shoulder blades start, then the rest of the arm comes with. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. Curl to press, curl to side raise, or if you did all curls last round, you can do all side raises this round. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So curl, press, down, and down. I'm just trying to keep my shoulders happy. And some days, that is a struggle. Good, 20 seconds. So even when we're doing our upper body, we don't want to bring it in and arch our backs just to get that dumbbell up there. Pull the ribs down, soft knees, tuck your tail feathers, pointing down towards the floor. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink. We're going back, circuit number 2, or circuit number 3, but second circuit of cardio. We're gonna do our skiers. Now your high impact option is a hop switch. Your low impact option is a nice good tap back. Second exercise, skaters. Third exercise, jumping jacks, and I'm gonna do side and front with my arms, personal preference. So 45 seconds, starting with our skiers in 3, 2, and 1. So we bring it up, take it back and back. So a little hinge forwards, you're golden, okay? You don't have to stay perfectly upright. Little hinge at your hips. Reach and reach. So good tap back. If you want, try not to go really wide with this one. It's a little bit of a challenge. I want you to try to keep your feet about hip to shoulder width apart. But we gotta do what feels good. If you're feeling brave, hop switch. Even if it's itty bitty, or even if you're using a chair to hold on to for a little help. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. We're gonna go for skaters. You can just do a step touch with some arms, or you can do your step and your cross behind. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So skate, skate. So it can be just a step touch, reaching those arms. Push and push. So you have options. Reach, reach. So you can add the cross behind with a tap. Make it harder, you cross behind, but you don't actually touch the toe to the floor. A little more of a balance challenge. Again, lower arms, less jumping, a little easier. Bigger arms, higher arms, bigger steps, a little bit harder. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have jumping jacks. Regular jacks or low impact jacks. Either one is fine. Remember, you can kind of mix it up too. You can do a high impact one and then a bunch of low impact ones. 2 and 1. Tap and tap. It's okay if it's here. If you just want to do halfway, just depends how your arms are feeling today. Reach, reach. So here's an option. 1, 2, whole bunch of these. Option, here, here, tap and tap. Good, we've got 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Gonna go for skiers, round number 2. Low impact or high. I'm going to show you kind of an option. If you've got a countertop nearby and you want to try the skiers, here we go. Hands on a chair, so you've got a little bit of support. So you can use those hands to help lift you up a little bit. And again, you just do little hop switches. It doesn't have to be super big. Little switches. Why do I encourage jumping? Bone density. The sooner you start, the better off you are. But we can maintain and we can still build. It's just a little more challenging as we get older. So if you want to, hop switch, right here. Little is okay. Good, 3, 2, and 1. We've got our skaters. Circuit number 2. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So nice, good skaters. You can do your step touch with your crossbody punch if you want to keep it low impact. But if you can take it up a little bit, go for it. Even if it's a hop to the side and you don't do the cross, try to cover a little distance. We got 20 seconds, and we're gonna go for our jumping jacks. Ten seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Jumping jacks. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to tap and tap. Again, you can just keep it here. It does not have to go all the way up. Think thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs, thumbs. Out and up. So again, I'm trying to get good shoulder work today. Go at your own speed. If you need to go slower, it's okay. Out, up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a drink. Last circuit is on the floor. You don't have to go to the floor. Remember, you always have options. We're gonna do chest presses. You can do incline push-ups. You can do banded chest presses with the band behind you, or sit in a chair and lean back, trying not to curl. Lean back and do an incline chest press sitting in a chair. So that's your chest press. Skull crushers, overhead extension, tricep kickback, whatever feels good for you. Dead bugs, farmer's carry today. So 1 dumbbell in each hand. I just want you to walk, and if you can, walk forwards and backwards. If you can only walk forwards, that's okay too. But we're gonna take it down to the floor. And we're just gonna finish up with these 3 exercises and 2 rounds of them. We stay on our backs the whole time if we're down on the floor. So 45 seconds, basic chest press. Let's take it all the way down in 3, 2, and 1. So just a nice good chest press. Knees bent, feet flat. We're gonna push it up and take it back down again. So press up, take it down. So if you're standing and you wanna use dumbbells, if you're staying upright and you wanna use dumbbells, if you try to do this with dumbbells, you're really gonna be working shoulders, which is why I usually have you use a band. But if you can lean back into a chair and push at an incline, so think about pushing towards where the wall and the ceiling meet, you're gonna be doing an incline chest press, and that's gonna work a little bit better. Because remember, dumbbells work against gravity. And gravity, if you're doing this standing, it's gonna be pulling straight down, a little bit of chest, but mostly shoulders. So if you got a band, grab it. Good, rest. Now it's going for skull crushers. I'm gonna use one dumbbell just because I am not getting back up off the floor. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So just a nice good skull crusher. And again, if you're standing, tricep kickback, overhead extension, whatever you pick. You can also do these, whatever exercise you pick, with one dumbbell in each hand. I'm just lazy and I'm not getting off of the floor to go get a couple of lighter dumbbells because 15 is way too heavy for me for this exercise. So use one dumbbell or use 2. I like 2 usually just because it means each arm has to work independently and you can't have the strong one take over and do all the work. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, carefully set the dumbbell down. We're gonna go for dead bugs. So all the way down, think about tucking the ribs and point your tailbone towards your heels. We're gonna take our arms up, and we're gonna take our legs up. Your time is on. This is your option 1, is just a hold. Now check your knees. Knees are not in at your chest, okay? Knees are directly in line with your hips. Try to have it 90 degrees. You can bring your heels to your buns to make it a little easier, but if you can take it out to 90 degrees, it's a little harder. Progression, arm down, heel down, heel down. Progression, opposite arm and heel go to the floor. 10 seconds. It's all about keeping the ribs tucked, low back pulled into the floor, but we don't want to make a dome with our tummy. Good, rest. Let's get ready for chest presses, round number 2. And something I don't always talk about, but when you're lifting really heavy or lifting heavier, really be careful with how you pick up your weights. All right, chest press, time is on. So push up and then take it down. So always use caution when you pick up your weights, especially like if you're lying on the floor and your dumbbells are down by your hips. Sometimes it's easier just to sit up, grab the dumbbells, pull them in close to your body, and then roll back onto your back again versus trying to lie on your back and curl them up to your chest or what have you. So just keep that in mind especially if you start to go a little bit heavier. Good, 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. We're gonna go for skull crushers. If you're standing, overhead extension or tricep kickback. 3, 2, and 1. So lower the dumbbell and then bring it right back up again. This is kind of a double whammy because chest presses, you get tricep in there too. So we're getting kind of double tricep here. One where your tricep is an accessory and it's a helper, and then this one where it's the primary mover. Good. Good, about 7 seconds. 2, and 1. Carefully bring it in. Set it off to the side. We're gonna go for dead bugs. Last exercise in this circuit, last exercise for your workout today. Here's 2 and 1. So arms up, legs up. We always start with base move. And if you absolutely need to, you can have one leg down on the floor and then switch. So you can just find a position, hold it where one leg is up, one is supported, and then switch sides. So if you have to regress, this is an option. But if you're ready to progress, make it a little bit harder. Add in some arm and leg movement. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it in. You can give yourself a little hug. I'm going to roll myself up to a seated position. Give yourself a moment. I am going to come to kneeling. I'm going to put my equipment away. So give yourself time. Clear your space if you need to. I'm actually happy. I only used 1 set of dumbbells today. There are classes, you've seen it, where I have like 6 different sets of dumbbells on the floor. It takes me a few minutes to clean it up afterwards. Let's go ahead and bring it into the center. I am going to stretch down on the floor today. If you need to stay standing, this is a good one if you've got a wall nearby, because we are going to do our scorpion stretch again today. You can do this against a wall, against a doorway, or you can even just do kind of a little chest stretch here if you don't have that available. But when you're ready, we're going to be down on the floor or against a wall. Right arm is out to the side, 90-90. Left hand is by your chest. Left leg, we're going to go ahead and bend that knee. Keeping the right arm on the floor, we're just going to roll into that shoulder. And you don't have to roll very far. Some of you might only be rolling a couple of inches. Some of you might be able to get way over. But we just want to feel a nice good stretch in the chest, maybe a little bit in the arms, but you don't want to feel pain, because if you feel pain, your body's telling you, hey, too far, just back off a little bit. Bring it in the center, same arm. Let's take that arm straight out to the side, palm facing down, shoulder away from the ear, long neck, and again, roll into that shoulder. So just a nice, good side roll. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it into the center. Now we're going to switch sides. So left arm is 90-90. Right hand is by your chest. Right leg we bend. Roll into the left side. And we're just trying to get a little stretch in the chest. If you're standing, you can be against a wall and you just turn your left side a little bit away from the wall. It's usually not very much. Or if you're in a doorway, you do a nice good doorway stretch. Bring it into the center. Let's take that arm straight out to the side, palms facing down, and roll in. And again, some of you just taking your arm straight out to the side is going to be a really good stretch for you. So don't feel you have to roll into it or you have to bring that leg across your body. We just want to try to stretch our chest. And this is just a way that works for me. But as long as you're getting a good chest stretch, you're golden. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it into the center. We're just going to rest our chin on our hands. So option 1 is just chin resting on your hands. Option 2 is one hand resting on an upturned fist, or 2 upturned fists stacked, and rest your chin on your hands. So this is a more spine safe front of the body stretch. I forgot to put my Apple Watch on silent, and so it's been talking to me the entire class, and it's really weird when you're not expecting to hear voices. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Hands by the chest. Take a deep breath as you exhale. Push yourself up and back into a child's pose. Reach the hands back. I like to tuck my toes under, but you can absolutely Point your toes, reach those arms out. I just get more of an upper body stretch with my toes tucked under. And that's personally what I am going for with this stretch. You can add a little side to side wiggle. Let's bring it up to hands and knees. We're just going to go for a good cat-cow. Come to standing if you need to. Long neck, shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Push the shoulder blades away. Exhale. Good. So nice, good inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hips back towards your heels. We're going to take our right leg out front, half kneeling position. If you need to come to standing, this is a good time to do so. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, little bit of a push forwards, stretching out the front of the hip. Good, release. We're going to go ahead and switch legs. So other leg is back. Front leg forward, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, little bit of a push forwards. It's not a big push. And right now my foot was far enough forward that my knee is staying over my shoelaces, pretty close. We just don't want to go so far forward that your heel is popping up off the floor. Goal is to stretch right here. Let's take that front leg, pull it back a little bit, and we're going to come up to a standing position if you aren't already. Shoulders down, give yourself a nice good pat on the back. So chin stays in its nice neutral normal position, just a nice good pat on the back. Try to keep your elbow close to your body if you can. Bring it down, switch it over to the other side. Nice good pat. And I know sometimes we just automatically take our arm out to the side. Try to keep it in if you can, so close to your head. Here's 2 and 1. Take the shoulders down, thumbs pointing forwards, elbows straight. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Bring it in, palms facing the floor. We're going to flex our wrists, straight elbows. So now our fingertips are kind of pointing in front of us. Shoulders up, back, and down. Change direction. Shoulders down. Reach the arms back. Again, pack your shoulders against your torso, or pack your shoulder blades against your torso. Reach the fingers back behind you. We're washing the hallway, both sides at the same time. Change direction. Bring the arms down, shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, look to one side, look to the other. Bring it in the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale one more time. And you are all done.